Are you?
The president refused to answer any questions as he left the White House a short time ago. But he has a decision to make. Does he order the US Air Force to shoot down the balloon, or even request an attempt to capture it? The huge spy balloon, the size of 3 buses, remains over the United States and is drifting southeastwards. A bizarre development in an increasingly tense relationship between Washington and Beijing. The US Secretary of State has now cancelled his imminent trip to China, saying the incident has cast a further shadow over relations.
The presence of this surveillance balloon in US airspace is a clear violation of US sovereignty and international law, that it's an irresponsible act, and that the PRC's decision to take this action on the eve of my planned visit is detrimental to the substantive discussions that we were prepared to have.
That's the moon. Well, what the heck is that?
For residents in the state of Montana, it was clearly visible.
What planet is that?
And puzzling.
This thing is up in the sky, and I have no idea what it is.
China is insisting it is a weather balloon that it's lost control of. But the context is growing rivalry between Washington and Beijing. Earlier this week, the US Defense Secretary was in the Philippines, announcing a cluster of new military bases designed to contain China in the region and deter an attack on Taiwan. The Chinese balloon was initially identified and tracked over Alaska's Aleutian Islands. Highly unusually, it then took a route over the continental US, including Montana and the Malmstrom Air Force Base, where intercontinental nuclear missiles are located. It was then spotted from the city of Billings and is currently believed to be over Missouri. There have been previous high-stakes espionage encounters. In 2001, a US spy plane collided with a Chinese fighter jet and was forced to land at a nearby airbase. The crew was detained by China for 10 days. The political reaction to the incursion of the balloon has been sharp, particularly here on Capitol Hill. Some Republicans expressing outrage and saying it shows the weakness of the White House in its dealings with Beijing. But experts say that spying with aerial platforms is performed by almost all nations, with the US leading the way through its preeminence in the world of drone and satellite intelligence gathering.
Imagery intelligence, pigeons, balloons, aircraft, drones, satellites. The whole atmosphere above us is used for countries, for intelligence agencies to try to see what other people are up to. This is just the game of intelligence and espionage.
Many expected the White House to be tested over its China policy, but few anticipated the trigger would be the path of a spy balloon. Robert Moore, News at 10, Washington.